Apparently we're expecting a or possible tsunami. I was going to try to take the boat out for a little sail, but as you can see, what I will do is switch around these colors the way I should have before. That gland is still leaking. I only have the 1 day here, but the radar reflector I had in the boat has fallen off. This must have been sitting in the oil or something. It rubs on the hull. When they moved it the last time, they didn't tie it up properly, and it was kind of coming up and hitting the primary bilge pump. It wouldn't shut off. And I know it looks like I need to take the mast down, rewire it. A little frustrated because it just seems like a lot of things have kind of broken. I recognize that my attitude is pretty lousy. So much better. Engine's off. 2.5 knots. Pretty slow, but we're still against that tide. The outgoing current of the mighty Columbia River. So no worries. I'm in no hurry. But here's a little bit of a problem I have. I don't know if you can see that or not. That display there. You see in the bottom right hand corner, the depth reading is blank. I hope that's just because the bottom of the boat is dirty. I tried washing up a few weeks ago, but probably didn't get that deep and didn't pay any special attention to the depth sounder. But the idea here today is to go and anchor in this small cove, and depth should be okay, but around here depths change quite a bit in the river area, and I didn't notice that the depth was not reading until after I was firmly out or a good distance out of the marina. My plans have changed because of it. I was going to go up to Rice Island, but that's really kind of iffy, and without a depth sounder, there's just no need to take that chance. So anyways, hauling along, the wind's just calmed a little bit. It's right behind me in the direction I want to go, so I can't keep the head sail filled like I want to, but anyways, I'll be there in about an hour, maybe a little bit more, something like that, not too long. So this is the tip of Tongue Point. I don't know if you can still see the Astoria Bridge. We're not too terribly far. Just east a little bit, but we're going to head up this little part of the river. And and anchor somewhere back in there. .4 knots. That's over ground. I am just, well, here you can look at the head sail. Doesn't really know what it wants to do. Wind's a little fluky in here. Anyways, I don't know if you can see in the distance there, but there is a white Coast Guard mooring buoy. The idea is to go around the back side of it, head up into the wind, what little of it there is, and put the anchor down just over here a little bit more, closer to that shore over that way. But at this rate, okay, well now I'm doing 1.9 knots. Not too bad, but be nice for a little bit more wind. Oh, here we go. Here's something coming up. So it's a nice quiet place. I like that. My question for you, would you take the time to sail in, or would you start the motor and motor in to get there? Leave your comment below. This is better. Doing a little bit more than 3 knots now. Headed up. We'll turn into the wind in a moment. Drop the anchor down. Yeah, I don't know how much depth I've got, but the anchor's holding now anyways, so that's good. I'm in this anchorage here. This is the John Day Channel, or part of it anyways, just at the Columbia River. And I find myself lacking direction. Like, I really want to get the depth sounder working. It's a bit windy out right now, so the boat's yawing on its anchor. So I'll probably wait for that till the morning when it's calmer. What I do have though, I brought some things that I need to get done. I bought a piece of neoprene. This will be for the burners of the alcohol stove. So if we open this up in here, well, this is what I have right now. These cartridges, you fill them with alcohol, but they aren't well sealed, and so that alcohol will just evaporate off. Okay, yep, so just cover them like that. I don't know, we'll find out as we go along. Okay, a couple more things I bought. Not a big deal, but red lights. I think I mentioned I did get them, so I'll put those up in the cabin and the dome light up here. And then I got a couple of extra bulbs, spare bulbs for the anchor light at the masthead. I always love to have spares. I like to make sure that I am ready to repair if need be. I also bought a couple of gear hammocks, and this one is just a little small thing. I think that I'm gonna hang this up right up here, and that way I'll have some place for fruit, for just throwing things, what have you. But now I have a very sensible place to hold the gear hammock that I'm not going to use. Well, I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm gonna sit back and have a nice beer. Well, because I'm not going to jump over the edge right this moment to clean the transducer area on the hull, I thought I'd open this place up and have a look, because these are the two main wires right here, these big black ones for the transducer, and then coming out to the Garmin. And it's pretty straightforward, except for I do find this one. This is that wire that was floating in space, and I found that this was not connected. Let's get it back together. Okay, I've got those parts soldered back together, and I've even got some heat shrink there ready to cover that back up. I've got that depth back right here, and 26 feet.
Forecast for the waters from Cape Shorewonder, Washington to Cascade Head, Oregon. General seas 2 to 4 feet through Sunday.
Hey, good morning. Oh, it's so nice to sleep in. I think I might stay here for the rest of the day tonight. This is a lovely little area here. I might actually just go sailing around in this small area once the wind picks up. But this morning I'll get some breakfast, and I think that it's a trip up to the top of the mast. That Windex indicator is flopping around. So I think I'm going to take that down and do some TLC on that, and then maybe put it back up more secure. Maybe just use some water to clean the decks up here a little bit, and change the oil in the engine. Although I wonder if I should just do that when I get back to the marina. Maybe that's what I'll do, but anyways, those are kind of the things I have in mind for today. Oh, and get the dinghy out and go exploring the coastline. Sorry for the shaky picture here. Up at the mast. Just trying to get that Windex to be secure. Well, I was just given notice that there's going to be a yacht club meeting here for an overnight. He told me there would be about 4 boats that are going to come and share this little bay with me. That they'd probably keep their distance, what have you, but that I'm also welcome to join in whatever festivities. So that's super nice. It was nice to give him, let me know what's going on. I hope they're quiet, I guess is all I can say. It's a bird sanctuary here, so there aren't any trails or anything, and I don't feel like trying to bushwhack through the weeds and the marsh. It would be nice to have a look, but I don't think there's all that much to look at actually from a walking standpoint. Some questions about how this protective piece was faring. It's doing okay. It's certainly protecting the wood. I think if I were going to do it again, I would use a little heavier gauge aluminum. This light gauge flashing seems to work okay, but it's creased a little bit on its own. Anyways, to answer your question, it seems like it's doing okay. So some time ago I bought this fan, this little Caframo, which are supposed to be pretty good, little DC cabin fan, and it is hot today and it's still. Well, you see there's a slight breeze out there, but not much. In here we could really use some benefit from some air movement. And I've just discovered that Bob had a wall heater, a propane wall heater here, which required 12 volts, and the supply is still there. It's behind the bulkhead. Oh, okay. That thing pushes a lot of air. So I've got these pieces of exposed wood out here. I'm not sure what this is, mahogany maybe, but I just sand that down just a little bit. I'm going to clean it up with some mineral spirits, and then just try to treat this little section right here with something that was on the boat. I don't know exactly what this is. It's like from overseas. I mean, I think it's supposed to be a protectorant, but I'm not sure exactly how it works. So we're going to give it a try just to see what happens, and if it doesn't work or whatever, then we'll do something else here. Hey, listen, I can't stand painting. We're just going to go ahead and give this a try the way it is, see what happens. It's getting late in the day. And another drink. I got some boat neighbors. I just looking at the tides and things for tomorrow. They're kind of I didn't think about it beforehand, but I've got an incoming tide until 10:30 a.m. I would prefer an outgoing tide to get back downstream. Yeah, I can't wait for an outgoing tide because I've got obligations. 5 hours or whatever it is back home. Probably just go head out here first thing in the morning. Good morning. I've got a beautiful calm morning here. I'm going to break up the calm with the start of the engine, prepare to take off and head back to the marina. Just trying to clear it off before I haul it up. Traffic over here. Otherwise, pretty clear. So that's the guy I met in the bay when I was out rowing around yesterday. But he's telling me that he was instrumental in finding the Spanish galleon that broke apart on the Oregon coast several hundred years ago, and was possibly the idea behind the lost ship in the movie The Goonies. This is the local anchorage, and ships transiting the Columbia River and up to the Snake River and such will set up anchor here, get supplies, rotate crew, I suspect. Just shy of 5 knots is not too bad against a tide. That's speed over ground. We're well into an incoming tide, and that makes a difference here at the mouth of the Columbia. It's like just shy of 2,800 RPM, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I don't know what happened, but I imagine the pier gave way. And then up here we got this vessel who has sunk. Okay, just pulled into the marina. Let's go ahead and get this engine oil changed, and then I'm gonna have to go ahead and mess with these hoses next time around. They're pretty crunchy, and there's some corrosion right there. I don't know if you could see that or not, but okay, all set. I'll run it now to see if we got any leaks out of it. All right, well, I'm in the car on my way back home. Got about 5 hours ahead of me. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for your time.